somebody in timeout if we wanted to.
Cool.
3:13, so we have until 4:13.
All right.
We'll just set a timer.
Show people the lab. Maybe a little soft launch here. What's up, squad? Is anybody? Actually, you know what? Just basically, I'm just gonna set it up a selfie cam.
Gotcha.
And I have you kind of like unravel the wall.
Yeah.
This is what we used to do. Okay. Coolio, who's on? Let's see.
3 people on.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. I'm filming you now. Yo, Nick, please be careful. I'm always, honestly, we actually are pretty careful. Truthfully.
We got masks, we got gloves.
Oh my gosh, this is like the first time I ever held a camera. All right, we got 17 people and 1 thumbs up. Welcome to a live chat. Oh, nice. So this is our first like live. Actually, can you turn that light on? Yep. By the way, too, this is Ben. I was like John. Okay, guys, I've been traveling lately. I went to Ohio for a week, and this is kind of like my second day back in California. This is my crib, by the way. Hey, you know what? Before we do the liquid nitrogen experience, do you guys want to see like just our setup, like what we got going on over here in California? If so, comment really quick, because we're kind of like waiting. Go Bruins, Nick. You are looking so fly right now. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. I wanted to wait just for a bit so we could kind of get more people here, because I guess if you're subscribed, I think you get a notification. And so we want to make sure that people don't miss the liquid nitrogen. So as we're kind of waiting for some people, let's say we'll take it like maybe like 5 minutes or so, then we'll actually do it. So let me show you guys really quick the liquid nitrogen that we are working with here. So we have all these items that we got from the grocery store. We have Ben over here.
I was not from the grocery store.
This, by the way, we have found to be the best device for holding liquid nitrogen outside of a dewar. So a dewar, Vanessa says hi, Ben.
Hi, Vanessa.
So a dewar is this item over here. So it's this big sort of like egg-looking thing. And inside this, it's kind of like a giant, you could say, what are those water bottles called?
Hydro flask?
It's like a giant hydro flask. So in essence, the siding of this is just a vacuum. And then down in there is where the liquid nitrogen is. Now what's really crazy is, I think you can actually see it. So you're actually looking at the bottom of the dewar right now, because liquid nitrogen is so clear. It's because you can't dissolve anything in liquid nitrogen. And so when you put some hot air in there, you get that, which is essentially a cloud because it's so cold. But let me show you guys around the new lab for a hot second here, and we'll get into actually pouring some liquid nitrogen into this. Now, the reason why this works so well for liquid nitrogen is because it operates very similar to the hydro flask or the dewar. And so it's like this is styrofoam, and so it's, I forget the name of the actual plastic that is used for styrofoam, but you're getting kind of the same setup, which is there's air in there, and it's not a vacuum, but it's creating this barrier between the liquid nitrogen that will be in here and the outside air. And it just does a strikingly good job for being just styrofoam. Here's the items that we were going to use for this LN2 experiment today. Essentially, I just want to kind of show you guys some cool stuff with liquid nitrogen. it is a really fun science kind of tool, if you will. And so without further ado, I think we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pour some in here just to show you guys that process. And then we'll kind of do like a little Q&A if you guys want to see some cool stuff with some of the liquid nitrogen. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of like place this so you can see what we're gonna be doing. We're just gonna pour that doer in here first. By the way, this is a hyperbaric chamber. I've been using this for a ton of different experiments. I don't know if you guys saw this video on our shorts page, but we used a 55-gallon drum out there and this device here, and we did a giant Coke and Mentos. So that's what this is. And then we did another experiment recently with this guy right here, which is a dual burning forge. It got really hot. It actually melted some of the steel. So I just need to take that bad boy apart. All right, so we have Ben over here. Cool fun fact, the company that makes those doers is actually from my hometown, Columbus, Ohio. They're called Worthington Industries. All right, so here. For this part, you actually don't need gloves. I mean, I'm sure your chemistry teacher or whatever is like, safety number one priority, all that stuff. But honestly, like, for this part of it, you don't really need gloves or like eyewear. You do once you start like getting a little close to it, just because of the really frozen objects coming at your face.
Yeah, that's
But this part doesn't really require that. So we're just gonna go ahead and pour like half, I would say. Pretty decent amount. Okay. All right, Ben, just stick that up there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Holding a whole case though of liquid nitrogen is actually kind of really scary. I will say that like if that spills on your feet, that definitely does not feel really great. So, all right, we're going to wait for this little cloud layer to sort of dissipate. By the way, really cold right here. The actual liquid nitrogen down below is negative 321 degrees Fahrenheit. Very cold, like super duper cold. But polystyrene was the word you're looking for. Yes, thank you, Robbie Scott. That is what styrofoam is made out of. So yeah, like it's actually like really, I don't want to say disturbing, but it's like shocking actually how well the styrofoam, the polystyrene, thank you, Rob, does at holding this in the open atmosphere, meaning like there's nothing here now and there is just a giant cooler of liquid nitrogen. So it's a little hard to see just because it's so clear, but I'm gonna have Ben, if you can just like basically shine like a light down on this so you can see sort of the reflective, like where the LN2 line is.
Can you kind of see?
Actually, I can't.
Is that working better?
No.
You can kind of see it from this side. I can see the.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Here, take this for a second. I'm gonna throw
Gotcha.
some safety glasses on and some thermal gloves, and I'll show you a really easy way to find the level.
Get some pretty cool.
So one of the easiest ways to like find the level is like you literally just put something in there. And so it's kind of hard because it's all like everything's white and it's clear, but a great way of showing you where the level is. I'm just gonna grab just some random items over here. So can you see where this level is of liquid nitrogen? Begins to bubble almost immediately. And I'm going to show you something really interesting too. Is that with liquid nitrogen in the open air, which is quite, like I said, very surprising that you can just have it in a cooler and that it doesn't evaporate immediately. It's almost in a way it's like insulating itself. We're just going to take just a regular old plastic. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to just scoop some of it up. And you can see how quickly it boils off because this plastic container is not insulated very well. It's not like the polystyrene. And in a very short amount of time, almost all the liquid nitrogen kind of boils out of this.
Oh, that was great.
So just a little bit of you know, essentially breath, which is just hot, moist air.
I want to do it again from farther away.
You can get a really cool cloud really quickly.
That was great.
It's when it touches the ground too, it evaporates pretty darn fast. Like we can even put some up here. Watch out for your toes.
Yeah.
And it just dissipates really quick. Put some on here.
Like beads up.
Yeah, typically you'll see this too when, like, for example, if you have molten metal, it basically, like, this item is so hot in comparison that it creates a little vapor layer and then it beads up and it rolls off. Molten glass does the same thing on the marble.
Oh, interesting. What if you put it in like a glass of water like that?
Yeah. See, it's floating on top.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool. So don't drink that. Nice.
All right, so one of my favorite experiments is like with this kind of stuff is taking fruits, and it really, like, what this is showing, what the experiment is here, is just how cold liquid nitrogen really is. Because like negative 321 degrees Fahrenheit is like so cold. Anything, I mean, beyond negative 100, it's so cold, your brain really can't like wrap itself around it. And so this is just a really cool demonstration of showing, taking something that is like has a lot of water in it. This is an orange. And putting in the liquid nitrogen for, and we can wait around for this, so probably about 3 to 5 minutes, and showing how deep frozen it actually is. And then also specifically hitting that item with either a baseball bat or a hammer, and showing you what happens when something is that deep frozen. So we're gonna go ahead and put the orange in here. Actually really quick.
19.
Sweet. All right. Does anybody have any questions so far about liquid nitrogen or about what we're about to do, or anything that's like in the lab now that they would want us to potentially put in the liquid nitrogen before we get on with the fruit?
No questions yet.
Okay. Well, if that's the case.
Somebody asked, Rick Zips asked, so colored dye freeze as a drop or boil off instantly?
If I put it in the liquid?
Yeah.
Let's find out. I have some actually over here.
Rick Zips, we're about to find out. Two people have also said water bottle.
Put a water bottle in there?
Yeah.
All right. I think it's fine.
You guys say it and then it comes true. Whoa. This is pretty cool. On the table. Can you guys see that?
I don't know where that is. They cleared all this off. No, here it is. Okay. The dye might get super messy because my understanding is it's probably going to freeze, but let's find out.
Okay.
All right, what was that guy's name? Was it Rick?
This is Rick Zips.
Cool. All right, so we're just going to
Color
be
dye?
using just regular culinary dye. This is the same dye that we use for our giant elephant toothpaste experiments. So every time we ever did it with David or just on our own, we always used this brand. So I'm just going to take the lid off there. All right, so I'm just going to pipette it out just so it doesn't make a mess. All right, so we're going to drop one drop on there and see what happens. Whoa, it beaded.
Yeah, pretty instantly, right?
It beaded and then it froze. Yeah, we'll do another one. So there we go. That solves that mystery. It turns to a bead.
James Lester asked, how does metal react to these temps?
Well, let's find out. All right, I'm gonna toss this.
That's pretty cool.
That's really neat. And I bet too. Oh, they actually
Yeah,
sank to the
it sunk
bottom.
to the bottom.
Now that's really interesting. I don't know why they sank to the bottom specifically. They may have been really hot and they were floating on the vapor layer up top. And then once they turned to a solid, they got too cold. They probably sank. All right, metal. Let's do something like this sword. So this sword is just we made this sword like out of like pouring into a mold. It was just kind of an idea to see if we could actually make something like much larger out of a sand cast. And so we developed like a 3 pouring point mold into sand with also with polystyrene. Thanks again, Rob. But so this is just room temperature aluminum. So it definitely, there is a reaction, and the reaction is it's boiling the living crap out of the liquid nitrogen, which totally makes sense because the temperature differential is about almost 400 degrees. And then the metal is frosted almost immediately.
Cool.
Sweet. I don't know what that is.
Also unsure.
Anybody else got anything?
Someone said pens.
Pens?
Yeah, do we have a pen?
Yeah, well, also we have a water bottle.
Oh yeah, and the water bottle.
I'm assuming they want the whole pen to just go in there. Hopefully it works afterwards. It probably would just freeze. Like, do they want us to drop the whole thing in there and come back later, or just put it in like, ooh, that's cold. It is cold. All right, so plastic pen. I wonder if this would draw.
That'd be interesting.
Probably not, just because it probably is so frozen. I'm assuming the ink would actually freeze. But let's give it a shot. Here we go. Super, super frozen pen. Yeah, as predicted.
You're not getting much.
Not a whole lot.
It does look cool.
It does look cool.
Like a super advanced calligraphy.
Yeah, so basically it's just a frozen pen.
Yeah.
It looks really neat.
Michael said, I'm so happy there's a live stream. We're happy to have you here, Michael.
Thank you, Mike. All right, what else do we got?
Do you have marshmallows?
Marshmallows, perhaps?
Somebody said they're good for dragon's breath.
Oh, that's, yeah. I don't think we have any marshmallows, but I can check inside really quickly. The water bottle was interesting. I don't know. Let me grab a water bottle.
Hey everybody. If you're just joining now, let us know if there's anything you'd like for us to sink in the liquid nitrogen. Coming up here, we're going to be using some of these fruits, vegetables, and we're going to be putting them in the liquid nitrogen and then smashing them with a hammer. So that's coming soon. But in the meantime, feel free to comment down below and let us know what you want to see. We're putting everything and anything in liquid nitrogen. Yeah, the watermelon's going to be a good one, Michael. I see your comment. Watermelon should shatter. We have an orange, a pomegranate over there, a huge papaya. We got an onion, a lemon, an apple. I believe this is a mango.
Okay, so update, we don't have a water bottle.
So unfortunately, we don't have a water bottle.
I know that sounds ridiculous, but I just got back in town.
Oh, I actually have a water bottle.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, go grab it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I just realized my backpack.
Live bugs. Well, we don't want to kill anything here. Let's go, Nick. All right, thank you, Mike Salt. So many choices. Laugh out loud. I'm trying around here. All right, so just as a recap, so things that we've put in liquid nitrogen so far. We've put liquid nitrogen on my drinking water, which has been pretty interesting. I actually have a temperature gauge right here. So, boom, boom. And so we can actually see, did the liquid nitrogen really make it that cold? Not really. Now, here's something that is really interesting about liquid nitrogen in general, and that is that up against water, so water has what is called a super high specific heat capacity. What that means is like basically water hangs on to its temperature really, really well, and so it takes a ton of energy to change the temperature of water. In fact, I'm probably going to butcher this, but I'm pretty sure that's how we deal in Celsius. I think it's oh gosh, wow, this is jogging my memory. It's like 1 joule for 1 gram of water. I can't remember. But basically, if somebody in the comment can fact check that, that'd be awesome. But water is just incredibly difficult to both heat up and cool down. Which is actually why it's used in so many applications that have to do with heating, because once it's warm, it tends to stay warm for a very long time. All right, so here's the water bottle. Yeah, here, go ahead and turn that one around.
There we go.
My prediction, by the way, is that like because this is so hot, I'm gonna drop this in there, and it's probably just going to like boil a ton. So let's just see what happens. I'm just going to drop it in there. Yeah, it's boiling a ton. And just so we don't waste any of this, I'm also going to drop the orange in there right now too. Along with this apple. Oh, you got a whole papaya? I might keep that papaya. What else do we got over here? A little lemon would be interesting. We actually have a whole lemon tree.
Oh, nice. You can see on the table, it's going pretty hard.
All right, does anyone else have any other things they want to put into the liquid nitrogen before we kind of move on to the fruit?
Michael said, I'm so into this. This is very interesting and cool to watch.
Sweet. One thing I think is actually really interesting, I want to kind of show like a leaf, for example.
Yeah.
It's really fun. So if I come out in my yard, I'm just going to grab like...
What would happen to a leaf, do you think?
I think it all really comes down to like how much water content there is in the leaf. So go ahead and we're gonna take a leaf.
curious to see the water bottle.
Yeah, that honestly is probably just gonna freeze solid, but it's frozen solid already.
Oh,
That was like 3 seconds.
yeah, that was like nothing. Be a cool way to preserve leaves.
Actually, not a bad idea. I bet you though, if I keep it down here long enough, it's just gonna crack. But like, here's a bowl, right? Like,
Yeah.
right, 10 seconds maybe. Like, watch.
That's pretty cool. It's like glass.
That's what it feels like. Like, the back half of this isn't like that. Like, the back half isn't frozen yet, so like, it's not a crunchy little leaf. Huh. All right, I actually kind of wanted to leaf again.
Yeah, that was cool.
But I want to try this. All right, so just so y'all know what's going on here, like, got a little, definitely regular leafy type material. Ha! It froze instantly, dude.
Yeah, that was really fast.
It's like, it won't even bend. Up.
Is it cracking?
Yeah. Up. Yep. One of the leaves came off.
Do you want to do it
Alright.
in the bowl again? Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool. It's kind of like ASMR.
Wow, it really is, honestly. Satisfying. Yeah, those aren't frozen. Yeah, where's the microphone, dude? We just need to like, this is totally satisfying.
Yeah, but if you like stepped on it, then you'd get all the crunches.
All the crunches.
It's looking pretty good.
All right,
in there.
let's check in on a water bottle. I'm curious about this myself. Well, there's at least the plastic that it came in.
Somebody said, "Do you know how to make a liquid nitrogen rocket with the water bottle?" Because I just found. Oh,
Okay, guys, so here's the water bottle.
that's crazy.
Totally frozen solid. Wow, it's making a lot of noises.
Yeah, what's the noise?
I think perhaps like it's either the plastic expanding or I can feel it in my hand. It's really odd actually. Or it's that the ice is actually cracking because of now that's out of the liquid nitrogen. That is,
Unprovoked.
yeah, I can feel it in my hand.
Like it's moving.
Yeah, it keeps going.
Weird.
Wow, I don't know what that is. Yes to the liquid nitrogen rockets. We're very keen on that one. We've got like 15 videos of us liquid nitrogen rockets.
Also, a couple of people just joined. Do you want to tell them what's going on?
Yeah, so we have a cooler full of liquid nitrogen, and we're just kind of testing different items, putting different things in based off of suggestions. So if you have a suggestion for what you want to see, what liquid nitrogen does up against that item, let us know. So we've tested metal, we've tested dye. The dye was really interesting actually because the dye beat it up immediately and then froze and then sank to the bottom.
And we've got an orange in there right now. A couple other fruits.
I was just trying to remove the label, it didn't work out so hot.
Somebody said an ink photo. happen to have that?
An ink photo.
Not sure if that would be something we'd have
I
on.
don't know if I have
On
an
hand.
ink photo.
Do you have a baseball? That was another suggestion.
Ooh. We don't have a baseball.
Keep them coming, guys. Some of these things we'll have.
Tennis ball.
Tennis ball would be interesting.
All right, let me go find it. We got one in the yard here.
So far right now, we've got an apple, an orange, lemon, some leaves. If you guys didn't see this before, this was the water bottle that we froze. It's coming together. Magazine or mail, that would be a good one. We have I have a feeling they'll kind of react in the same way that the leaves do, sort of freezing in the moment and then crushing. But this stuff is looking pretty good. Like almost like it's ready to be smashed. If you're just coming in, we're gonna be taking these fruits and then dunking them in the liquid nitrogen, and then we're gonna be going over there with a hammer and smashing them. So it should be pretty cool. And if you guys have any suggestions or anything that you think we could freeze, let us know, and then we can do it. I see, or maybe any other old devices. It's not a bad idea. We can look for something. Look at this. You can see the gas. Looks like a little bit, I don't know if you can see this, but a little bit of the lemon, it looks like it came off in there. If you're just turning in, we have a cooler full of liquid nitrogen. Wood, that's a good one. Probably do some wood. We got some wood down here. See what would happen there. If anyone has any other suggestions for stuff we could put in the liquid nitrogen. Oh, I see opal. I'll ask Nick and see what he says. He should have the opal. It's looking pretty good. We've got a couple of new suggestions. So we have wood. Gutter's good. We have wood, and then somebody said opal.
Well, we've got. Okay, I also found the tennis ball.
Nice.
All right, so let's do the tennis ball. This is something like, I don't think I've ever done a tennis ball.
Yeah, like with the fibers freeze.
I don't know. Here we go.
Let's see.
Whoa. I first of all didn't think it would float, so that's kind of cool.
Also, if you want to check back on this looks pretty crazy.
Wow.
It's covered in snow.
Dude, way colder than just regular old ice water. Before those totally crack, I just wanted to kind of do a little smashy smash. So let's see if we can grab.
Is there like a smell from the fruits? I smell something.
I do smell something.
Yeah. So there's our apple.
All right, let's put it on the pedestal. All right, so we just kind of wanted to show, like, not just frozen. So, like, if you put this in your freezer, this would not react the same way. So you can get right up close. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a little smash-a-rooskies here. All right. 3, 2.
So that pretty much shattered.
Yeah, like it shatters like glass. I mean,
Crazy.
that is pretty wild. It's like, listen to it.
It's like as hard as a rock.
Dude, it sounds like a rock. It feels like a rock. Now, the best part about this experiment is I can literally just put it into the compost from here.
We're giving back to the community.
Yeah. Okay. What else do we have?
We got a lemon in there,
Yeah.
and an orange.
Sweet.
Oh, and a tennis ball.
Oh. Yo, let's check in on the tennis ball. It was just kind of like really hard. I'm gonna put it back in there. What if it makes a difference at all if like,
It's fully submerged.
yeah. It's kind of weird how it does the same thing, like how a wet tennis ball, like it's holding on to the liquid nitrogen in the fibers.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's really weird. Also really cool.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet. I feel like it's not gonna bounce. That's funny.
Dude, it's like a rock. Well, that's really interesting. Our orange has already broken in half now. Look at that. Like it. That is wild looking.
Pretty wild in the middle.
Ooh, it's so cold I can't really touch it. Should we give it a little smasheroo?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go for it. Somebody said, how awesome would a spoonful of peanut butter be in liquid nitrogen?
Well, let's find out. I feel like it's just gonna be like a rock.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Oh, that's a little different.
Wow.
Wow,
It,
do you guys see that?
Shattered.
That one like really, really shattered.
Wow, I didn't think that that's what was gonna happen. I don't know. In my mind, I thought it was gonna be similar to the apple, but it like, you could hear the pieces.
This was cooler. I mean, you see every single one of these little.
The little fibers inside.
Yeah, the
little,
fibers.
like, yeah. They're not really fibers, they're kind of like little cells. That,
Yeah,
you
like a
know?
part of an orange slice.
Yeah. That just sounds cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
That
cool.
was way interesting. It smells like orange now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it
Smell
does. It smells kind of good. That is
Whoa.
cool.
Man, I really want to shoot that in slow motion because it goes outward.
Yeah.
That's neat. I think this is kind of like the top, you know, where like you like gnaw through it. Like, you know where it's got that weird bulb at the top?
Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool.
Literally cool.
As cool as you can be.
Yeah, I'm not even hitting it really hard anymore. Like, I think I wailed on the first one.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet. That one took me by surprise. I don't
Yeah.
think I've actually done an orange. That might have been the first.
I wonder if the lemon would do the same thing. Probably would, right?
I presume. Let's find out.
Yeah.
The one thing I've learned about this kind of stuff is you want to clear the top.
Or else it gets
Otherwise,
sticky.
It gets sticky because it melts. It's fine if it melts on the grass.
On to the next.
Wow, look at this. Look at that.
Oof.
Whoever suggested the water, that was a cool one.
That is cool.
It's so frosted.
Have you done an onion before?
I have. The only thing about the onion is like I have a dog,
Oh.
and dogs are super duper allergic to onions, FYI.
Oh, interesting.
And so You just kind of don't want that in your yard. You never know. The dogs don't typically eat onions, raw onions. It's like they don't want it. They don't like that smell.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
All right, so this will be the lemon. By the way, if you want to get a closer look at that, it
That's pretty sweet.
looks ultra frozen. It actually looks fake.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a prop.
It looks plastic. All right, should I go like hard or should I go like?
I think it'd be interesting to see what happens if you go like a little dink.
All right, here's a little pink.
Okay. All right, maybe it's time to go hard.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no.
All right, we're gonna go a little harder.
All right.
Okay, similar vibe.
Super similar vibe.
All right, we're gonna finish out this orange. If anyone else is on here that's new.
Oh, that's a nice, perfect piece.
Yeah, right.
Ooh.
That's cool. The carnage.
We got another comment that said try toothpaste.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna go grab some toothpaste. All right, well, that's it for the fruit. All right, so we have toothpaste and what else?
We had a suggestion for toothpaste. We had a suggestion for cereal. We had somebody suggested a paintbrush, opal, and that's what we have so far.
Okay.
Not the dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Whoa.
Sounds like a pool cue, like a pool ball.
Yeah. I feel like that
Weird.
would almost, like if I threw that hard enough, I bet that would break.
Yeah. It's close.
It's pretty close. It doesn't shatter. It's not like a, I did break it. I like cracked it basically.
That's pretty cool.
It'll be interesting to see if that comes back. It's so ultra frozen. I'm really curious, like.
If it'll be able to bounce again at some point.
Yeah, my guess is no, but we'll find out.
We also had a suggestion for shampoo. If you're just tuning in right now, we are freezing stuff in liquid nitrogen, and so far we've done a tennis ball. We are.
Here's a sponge, by the way.
Oh, a sponge would be cool.
Not really on the thing, but it's really cute.
Interested. Like, can the sponge absorb the
Yeah.
liquid nitrogen?
It appears that it does. Because when I bring it up, it like drips out of it. So
Interesting.
yeah, kind of didn't think it would do that.
Would it just break off?
You know, we'll just let it deep freeze for a hot second. Toothpaste. We actually have some around here. Someone gifted me recently some toothpaste.
Nice.
Yeah, for it was for Halloween. It was an elephant and toothpaste. Get it?
Ah.
All right.
If you missed it, we have also we have smashed a lemon and an orange. We also smashed a frozen apple.
Magic texture.
There we go.
Brand that we're doing some cool projects with. So here is the toothpaste. Oh no, my water is disgusting now. That's the other thing about liquid nitrogen is that it's actually not very clean. Not liquid nitrogen itself, because nothing can really be dissolved in it. But the container that it usually comes in, and like when you pour things,
It's like a little dirty.
yeah.
If anybody's got any other ideas or anything they want to see in the liquid nitrogen, comment down below, let us know.
All right, so we have some optic white.
Brandon is on.
Nice.
Hey, Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon, for setting up this live.
I wonder what's gonna happen here.
Oh, weird. Well, it started bubbling right away. It doesn't help that it's white on white. I can't really
Yeah.
see well, but it appears as if it did something very similar than it's kind of like what the dye did.
Yeah, like beat up and freeze.
My presumption is that it's at the bottom now. Damn, I can't even see in there really. Here's our sponge. It's interesting that the sponge, like, oh,
Oh yeah.
that's different. Sponge does this now. Wow.
Interesting.
I never knew that. I never knew that the sponge was so delicate once it got that cold. Whatever water it's holding, it just kind of falls apart. That's pretty sweet. That toothpaste is down there somewhere. But I guarantee you it's in this corner over here. Because we need a lot of, like, cloud, if you will. And that typically comes from it freezing something.
Brandon suggested we put the YouTube play button in there.
All right.
Since we're getting something new anyways.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
I think we might have broken it. Oh man, these things aren't very durable.
Whoa.
Good suggestion, Brandon, but good thing that we're very close to receiving another one.
That is not a good sound.
That was not a great sound. I don't know what.
That happened really, really fast.
Yeah, damn.
What do you think this is made of?
It's just plastic, but like, maybe there's wood in there? That was quick. Alright, well, I don't want to destroy the rest of it. I mean, that was a little too fast for my liking.
I thought it was just gonna frost over.
I think the bottom will. But I'm shook at how, like, quick that was.
Yeah. Oh, look at the tennis ball. That's crazy.
Has it come back, or is it just...
It's just like totally frosted over.
Yeah, the play button's frosty on the bottom there.
Still intact.
Deep frozen.
Deep frozen though.
Cryogenically frozen, the YouTube play button.
It's never gonna die.
It will last the next 50 years.
Oh, it's got a little bit more bounce now, the tennis ball.
Man, I don't know how we got this on here to begin with, to be honest. There we go. Oh man, I did it too low.
Brandon says we need that new one ASAP. Agreed, Brandon?
It's so frosty down here now.
That's so funny.
All right. That toothpaste is down there somewhere.
Someone asked, I wonder if you hit it hard enough would the tennis ball permanently deform?
I think so.
I think so too.
I mean, I'll just do it with this piece of wood. And we're just gonna let that come back to life. But I mean, look, guys, it's flat as a pancake now. Like, I don't think that thing's coming back.
It looks like an illusion. Weird.
My dog's gonna be mad at me, but I'll buy her another one.
Sorry, Opal.
Sorry, Opal. My assumption with actually putting raw opal in liquid nitrogen is it would just crack.
Yeah.
We can definitely test it. I have a piece over here.
Some behind the scenes of the lab. Wow.
So this is what's called potch. So in the opal world, opal comes in all sorts of different colors, and then when it's not see-through, we just refer to it as potch. So you can see how there's kind of just like a little bit of gray color right there, but it's not see-through. So I'm gonna put that in there. My opal is really fragile. Oh, there's the baby. Oh, hi there. We're doing liquid nitrogen experiments. All right, so I'm gonna put the potch side in there. Hey, we have to get like little baby safety goggles. It's so like fragile.
That's cool.
Yeah, basically it didn't do anything, which I'm actually really surprised by. That was probably more shocking than the doing something. All right, team break for showing the video.
Baby break.
Baby break. Always wait for
Hey.
This is our new student.
What is in your hair?
What?
This is like intentional. It looks like a bow.
I didn't even see it. Like a perfect leaf.
Literally just.
Put it back in there.
It's like right there this whole time.
All right, who is
That's
alive
so funny.
thinks that this child looks literally just like me? DNA test required? Question mark?
Excuse the bruise on her cheek.
Yeah, the dog bit her.
We're not gonna put her in the liquid nitrogen. That's not what it is.
No. You're too sweet and too precious to go into the LN too.
That poor bruise on her just keeps getting worse. Say, what is happening out here?
What's going on out here?
Remember we just waved to Megan when she left? She went like this.
Oh.
Wave to all the viewers right here.
Can you wave?
Wave right here.
Wave. Wave. Do it.
Oh, back to mom.
I just made a bunch of Brussels sprouts. Great.
We are 7 minutes away from this live ending, so.
Alright.
That we are.
Yeah. All right, what other stuff do we got? Any other suggestions? We still have the toothpaste down there. I know someone said peanut butter, but we keep our peanut butter actually in the fridge. I realize this. I don't actually have Jif. I eat all organic peanut butter, so like it kind of is already a solid right now. So I'm not really sure, honestly, what would happen. I think it would just become like a rock. But we can do it if you want.
Should we try any of this other stuff? Anything worth it?
Just jump the watermelon in there.
Yeah.
All right, so this is gonna make kind of a splash here.
Ooh. We're brewing something.
All right, so we got the watermelon in there. We got the sponge. Tried the opal. We got the water. All right, we're gonna check in on a tennis ball here. It is kind of malleable now. So I think, yes, it is permanently. I think.
An oval.
Yeah.
This is interesting though. Is there a hole or is it just like?
You just kind of cracked all the way around. It got kind of more like smash.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Watermelon's in there. There's the water bottle from earlier. Some leaves and the sponge.
Toothpaste is down in there.
Toothpaste is down in there somewhere with the watermelon. You can see how much overflow we're getting. It's pretty sweet.
Here's the plastic is shrinking. kinda. Nah.
Nothing too special there.
What else we got?
Do you want to try like a flower?
Yeah, that one's looking pretty dodgy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Flowers are really cool. We don't really have any flowers.
Yeah.
Some lemons.
Somebody said, what about chalk? Do we have any chalk? The water bottle's looking pretty crazy.
It's pretty legit.
It's still rock hard. Yes.
Oh yeah. Chalk. I think we do have some chalk.
Watermelon's in there.
We do. We have sidewalk chalk.
Oh, nice. We got some sidewalk chalk we're going to throw in there. We got some sidewalk chalk.
It does discolor it, which is really interesting. It's as if you're putting it in water.
Yeah.
So like it does. You see how it's discolored?
Yeah.
And then it kind of evaporates out. That is.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool visual.
That's a really interesting. Yeah, that's really cool.
Did it crack?
No, it kind of like soaks it in. Like look, and then it
Cool.
evaporates. That's really neat. I've never done that. Yeah, I just didn't think that it would soak in the liquid nitrogen.
That's cool.
Yeah. I kind of want to put some more actually in here really quick.
Yeah. Set this up. Do you need my help?
No, I got it.
Oh, okay. Make it strong. People are asking if the chalk still writes. We can definitely test that out.
I remember the first time I ever used liquid nitrogen, I was so scared. I like had it in this like bin, I wouldn't go near it. I'm like, oh my god, now I'm like
Start digging your hands in it.
like yeah, you just like get used to it. It is very cold though. To be honest, like it is quite dangerous. Like I got it on my shoes one time and I frostbit my toes.
Whoa, do you see those?
Yeah, beads all around.
Yeah. You got frostbite on your toes?
I did. First degree. Like it turned
Whoa.
red. It was not awesome. Because it soaked into the fabric.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand back.
All right. So see if it writes.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
It does. Oh.
It broke.
Oh no. So it becomes more brittle. Very cool, but very brittle.
And we just hit our hour.
Sweet.
Nice. Finish it off with the watermelon?
I think so. I'm just gonna take the whole thing out there.
Yeah.
We have that baseball bat?
I think we broke it.
Shit, we did.
Yeah.
Well, what else do I have in here?
You want to use the hammer, the mallet again?
Probably just use the hammer.
Here, grab this. The trail of smoke of liquid nitrogen.
feel like we need something bigger.
Yeah.
I wrote in chalk. Hell. I need like a metal pipe.
Yeah. We have like, no. The bat's pretty cut in half.
Like a sledgehammer. That's probably too much. You know what? How about just
A shovel?
a shovel?
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Okay. Whoa! Look at it out there. That's cool.
It's eerie. It's good Halloween decorations. It's pretty cool. You can see the remnants of our frozen fruit.
All right. Should we give it a go?
Yeah, let's do it.
You know what I should do?
Yeah.
It's just like spill it on the.
On the bricks?
Yeah.
That'll be a cool video.
All right, y'all.
Get ready. Ooh. Now that's sick. That is so cool. Look, it's crawling toward me.
Holy shit! It like did like a perfect.
Like circle, almost.
That did like a perfect circle.
Yeah, that's sweet.
That was very satisfying.
Very cool. Oh, is the toothpaste in here somewhere?
You know what? It's gotta be. It's gotta be in there somewhere. I think I hear it.
Yeah, rolling around.
Oh, there. It broke apart. Actually, it kind of turned into dust.
Yeah, you see it in there. In lemons.
Yeah.
Lemon.
There's the toothpaste.
That's pretty crazy.
Unless it's in there somewhere. It might be that.
Oh yeah, you see some.
I bet you that's it right there.
Yeah, toothpaste.
Yeah. Before it ends up. All pieces are gonna be everywhere. Actually, no, I'm gonna sweep it real quick.
Here we have the watermelon. Oh, you can see it's just starting to crack. It's kind of like a beautiful piece of art. You can kind of see the cracks happening in real time.
Yeah, that toothpaste actually is like unfreezing pretty quickly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was definitely because it smells on my.
The cracks on this thing are so cool. Because you can see it hasn't yet like cracked open, but these are getting wider.
Okay, here we go. End this live. I'm gonna hit this.
Here we go. Ready?
Are you gonna film on the other camera too? That'd be cool.
Yeah. I was trying to pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. It made a ding sound like I was hitting metal,
It really sounded like you rang a bell.
but the inside didn't totally freeze.
Yeah, no, you
So,
got some
like,
liquid.
Yeah, we definitely had a little more time on that one. I bet you it's really cold.
Can you feel the? I can feel the cool air.
Pretty solid.
Nick approved.
Yeah, the inside's actually not frozen. I mean, at all. Like, not even cold. Very good.
Nice. This is empty. Got some watermelon chunks around here.
All right.
That's pretty great.
Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn this on selfie mode real
Yeah.
quick. All right, guys. Wow, my hair looks crazy, y'all.
A successful YouTube live.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you guys for tuning in on this one. This is pretty rad. Just messing around with liquid nitrogen. We're actually gonna be doing 2 more of these. We don't have a theme yet, but I'm sure you're subscribed. If you haven't yet, obviously hit the subscribe button. We're so close to 1 million.
So close to 1 million.
I promised the team that we would all go to Disneyland if we got to 800,000, and so we're going on Monday. And so we're going to be doing an experiment while at Disney. But if you have any ideas, go to our latest video and put those ideas in the comment section of just something that we could test or an experiment that we could do while at Disney. Thank you guys again for watching, and we will see you soon. Woo!